Hi, welcome to Told Us Love Tarot. If you're new here, I hope you like, subscribe. This is going to be a collective reading. You want to check out your sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and let me know how it resonates with likes, comments. I greatly appreciate your support. I hope you're happy, healthy, and well. It is Aquarius season. This actually just popped in my hands as I was about to shuffle it. The top card popped, so I'm gonna just stop where I'm at. I hope you're happy, healthy, and well as we're in Aquarius season. I do have a pre-message. Do something is what popped in my hand. That's so funny. Great hair. I'm just gonna keep going. HBO's Insecure, Molly's nothing's good enough for me attitude. Am I being kept a secret? Bumble, Hinge, Tinder. You're being kept a secret. Am I being kept a secret? Bumble, Hinge, Tinder. You're being kept a secret. So if there's someone who was wondering that and you've met someone on Bumble, Hinge, or Tinder, the coloring of these cards too, both being orange, that Bumble, Hinge, Tinder, and HBO's Molly's and nothing's good enough for me. You may like Netflix and chill with this person who you've met, you've maybe casually seeing. Maybe you did this with them in the past, but this is someone who has a chip on their shoulder. They have the word pretentious is coming to my head. Like they have this pretentious side to them where they only want the best. They are constantly after what they deem the best. And the problem with that mentality is they never end up finding what they deem the best, because once they get something, they're always thinking that there's something better. So if the point I'm getting at is, I feel like there's someone here who needs to know, like, it's not you, it's them. This person, like, will always find something wrong. They will always find a reason to not want to commit or to not commit. They will, this is just kind of like their MO. They could be in full-fledged relationships with someone, but they're still somehow convincing themselves and the person who they are spending all this time with and sleeping with that this isn't actually a relationship, because they're doing this with their life and I don't want to be tied to this and I'm not tied to this. Like, I'm thinking about Molly from Insecure. If you've never seen it before, if you have, tell me if you think that's a good characterization of how she would be. She had these standards. She ends up getting called out on it. She has this whole like existential crisis as a character. She cuts her hair off, but she realizes like she has this nothing's ever good enough. Nothing. She's critical, very critical of everything. Your ability to see through me and know when or if I'm lying scares me is at the bottom of the deck. Name begins with J, B, K, S, or A. Being tested by the universe or God. I have a crush on you. feel like I'm connected with someone who does something with written language. I feel like I've said this in another reading before. Or I just see like on a keyboard, like maybe even as a writer, or like as someone who teaches writing, how to write. I get the feeling of having a connection here with someone who doesn't want to admit to the connection, does not want to do something. There's a strong connection in that, like, this person likes or liked being called out. I feel like there's someone here who has or had an energy, because this could have happened in the past or this could be happening now. There was like an energy of calling someone on their bullshit, male or female, however it resonates. Calling someone on their bullshit, calling them on their bluff. Now, seeing right through them, as I was just about to say, like seeing right through their bullshit, knowing that they're acting this way, or like their appearance and everything, all has to do with hiding some sort of insecurity. Knowing that this person is being critical and finding something wrong and finding reasons why we shouldn't be together or why this shouldn't happen. It has to go with this person's issues, maybe with abandonment and attachment. There's something here about someone understanding that or recognizing that, maybe. I feel like I'm just going to share my pre-message too to see if this resonates. I feel like there's a feeling here of being called out, because Molly's character gets called out. Maybe you're calling someone out who you've been dating, who you met through a dating app, calling them out for keeping it secretive. And I feel like this is part of what they like about you, that someone is not going to roll over to this individual. Like, they have standards, they know what they want, and they can see a player when they know one. They can see someone trying to run game. They can see the shit, and they act. I started to think before this reading about someone who is excited and proud of where their interests lie now. It wasn't like I was saying someone's excited about where their life is. It was someone was excited and proud of where their interests lie and where they're choosing or what they are choosing to do rather than what they did. Someone has done or did a has done and did is the same, is doing a 180. For example, someone who once used to go out and was interested in going out, partying, however, whatever that means to you, is now interested in ginseng shots, not fireball shots, ginseng shots. This could go, it's someone doing a 180. Someone may have been meek and mild, and they are now fierce, strong, and spicy. Someone's looks may have changed a little bit, but not necessarily. All right, this is the weirdest analogy, but it really was sticking to me and it really made a lot of sense. So I feel like these are the things that I'm meant to talk about. kind of like that meek and mild and fierce and strong. For whatever reason, I started thinking about salsa. I started picturing salsa in the jars. I started thinking like mild salsa and then spicy salsa. And it's like they look the same. You'd never know unless you were told and unless you tried it out. If you fucked around and found out. So I started thinking like, what if someone has, like, they look the same, maybe there's some slight differences to them visually, maybe someone's done their hair different, maybe lost some weight, gained some weight, maybe styled themselves a little differently, but it's still the same look, the same ingredients for the most part. But it's the taste, it's the flavor, it's the once you start talking to this person, you recognized whether, or people will recognize whether they're dealing with a mild salsa or a spicy salsa. However that resonates. Maybe you were spicy and now you're mild, but I gotta this fuck around and find out, like, someone finding a much different individual. I also had this weird message of, and I thought it, your value does not increase or decrease whether or not you're recognized or noticed. This is a deep one, because I even sat here and was like, God damn. God damn. Your value does not increase nor decrease depending on whether or not you're recognized or noticed. I started thinking about trees. How many of us, like, there are people who, like, walk around and, like, never even, like, most of us never even think about trees. But if the tree wasn't there and didn't do what the tree does, we wouldn't freaking exist without it. I felt this dynamic of, like, yeah, they're like, people know that you need to be there or stuff or whatnot, but on the everyday and day, maybe there's this feeling of, like, not being noticed. But just because you're not noticed, the value that you bring to what you are doing does not diminish. Like, you are needed there. Things wouldn't exist if you weren't there. That's definitely a message for somebody. I also started thinking, because I wrote down trees, and I started thinking, like, your value does not increase or decrease. Still, like, nature, like this nature thing, and I started thinking, I wonder, I don't know the history of cannabis, or, like, when, like, what is the history of cannabis, but I'm like, imagine the first people who'd been, like, walking around these freaking weed stalks for God knows how long. I don't know who the hell decided. I bet you they were burning it. That actually is just my educational guess, as they used to say. They probably started burning it and they started getting high, and then they realized they put two and two together. And it just opened up this floodgate of, like, the purposes that could be used for cannabis, down to literally today, like, all the uses for it. And I know about hemp and all this stuff, but it's like, the point I'm trying to make with that analogy is, like, it existed. It was there. And then it was discovered, and all the values it could provide and were used going forward. But it had been, in my image, in my head, walked by, not looked at, ignored, until it was, like, one day discovered. Maybe that's been going on for someone. And this goes back to, your value did not increase, like, or decrease before you were recognized. Like, it was there. It was always there, whether or not you were recognized. I just had to get that out because I feel like it connects to something or someone. Oh, God. 15 minutes. That's not too bad. I thought it was going to be way longer than that. The Five of Pentacles reversed just went flying. Two of Pentacles. Magician, kind of reverse-ish. Yo. I feel like that message is also meant for someone who may not be getting the recognition they deserve by someone who is keeping you a secret. I'm gonna shut off my heat. Hold on. Okay. I feel these readings always are like cartoon clear. This is why I'm like, could it possibly really actually exist like this? Whoever is here could be dealing with the Gemini. I just want to say that because these two cards, the Magician and the Hanged Man, came out in the Gemini reading. Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, the Sun, Leo energy, Eight of Cups, the Devil, Capricorn energy, Queen of Wands. Someone here is a side piece. I don't know. I'm just going to cut to it. Someone here is like a side piece. You are being kept a secret. They are physically attracted to you. You may have met this person on Bumble, Hinge, or Tinder, or you're doing this. You're keeping a side piece. It could even just be side piece of attention. You may not have actually met this person. You may never actually be allowed to meet this person. I just want to say that too. This person is a swindler. This person is a two-time player. This person is a he or she can't be trusted. This is how they are. They're a game player. They play games. They keep you in a fog of like not understanding what you've heard from them before, what they've said in the past. They try to keep this fog around you, so it's hard for you to understand why you can't get close enough to them, why you can't get close. This could be someone who has an attitude of like, you're not good enough for me, but I'm still going to keep you somewhat tethered to me, because there seems to be this like back and forth. Maybe you keep going back to this person, keep getting roped back into this person, There's something here about someone's physical appearance is like part of why this is a secret. I'm just saying it. Someone may think that they are physically better looking than the other person, and like they have this chip on their shoulder, like I said, feeling like they don't want to be seen out with your body type. I don't know how to say this. This is very deep. This is something that if it resonates, and you know what I mean. If it's not your actual physical body type, it's something that has to do with maybe their sexuality and like your sexuality, and like there is someone who's living a double life here. There's a life that you and I right now do not know about until I go digging into this. And you are never allowed to get too close to them. Anytime you've tried to get close to them, anytime you thought you were getting close to them, they would lash out to you and say something, or this is giving me like more written. Maybe it was like an email, a text message, a lot of exclamation points, exclamation point, question mark, like a real thunderstorm that would leave you like really licking your own wounds and wondering like, what the hell just happened? And then they come back in and they swoop in and they make things good again and they calm everything down, and you're back in that fog again of you're a secret. And they're making sure you stay only a secret. And anytime you try to come close to coming out towards the light and trying to ask questions, or however this resonates, this may even be work related. Like your ideas, the things that you have provided, you are a secret. You are supposed to just be giving it to them. And if you try to make a name for yourself, if you try to get a seat at the table to be a part of the conversation, they lash out at you and force you back, and then come back and smooth things over, and then have you back under their control, where you don't even realize how this happened again, but I'm back to doing what this person says, even though I know I shouldn't be doing it, or I know this person's taking my ideas. Why am I back in this situation again? They've smoothed it over with me. Whew, that is for somebody. Holy shit. Ace of Wands. I'm seeing someone, this is like so sad to me, and they become so clear, like I just said. Oh God. Someone has been played by someone who plays many, who leads many people to believe certain things. They paint certain pictures. This is like, I keep seeing Bernie Madoff in my head, like a Ponzi scheme, like some sort of swindler, but they're promising this to multiple people. So she has this like castle in her head, in her mind, like someone's painting a picture for her. This person, this is giving me right now, like, if you're sleeping with this person's making you think that you have a future together, painting a picture of like asking what you guys, like what you think your kids would look like together. Something's telling me, I'm hearing someone saying I love you during sex, like knowing full and well it's going to connect someone and keep them attached and like tethered to them while they're giving them the old wand. But you see that? And what happens when this poor girl, guy or girl, gets close to that house, that future, that picture that she's imagined, that he or her has painted in the other person's head? She gets zapped with a yelling at text. She gets blocked. She doesn't even know what happened. It's because she was getting too close to finding out just something about being juggled. The Magician reversed. The Magician was just in the Gemini reading, heavy. And I was talking all about the power of the Magician. Magician reverse, though, it's like the upside down world. Of all the things that the Magician upright can create through thinking positively, manifesting, saying the things that will happen, the outcomes that they want, and believing that it'll happen. The Magician reverse is like like I just said, the upside down. This is the reversal of that. This is the person who I warned about in that Gemini reading. If you are constantly like I want them to come back to me. I want them to come back to me. I want them to come back to me. That is, you're just going to be in this place of wanting them. You have to know and believe that this is going to happen when it's meant to happen. I just started thinking, this is like someone who doesn't even realize that it's dark magic, the power of their thoughts, the power of their words. I wanted to say Debbie Downer. I also want to say like, there's something here about controlling and swindling and keeping someone connected, like feeds this person. And they have multiple people that they have these fake connections with. It's not like a real connection. This is also something about like this is a weird analogy, but I'm just thinking like someone at like a work table, and when like the power and influence that this person has, when something is suggested that they don't like, there is no diplomatic nice way that this person will decline it. They say like, this is not going to, that's not going to happen. It's almost like this person's influence is what is listened to by someone. So weird. But it's like someone's negative words are affecting a whole situation, whether or not they realize how powerful their words are affecting everything. This is someone saying like, oh yeah, they'll never be able to get that done. They'll never be able to accomplish it. They'll never be able to do that. And it's like, it's worked because this person was then never given that opportunity, never considered for the promotion, never given the job, because someone let their influence, negative influence everything and everybody else. This is giving me like someone sabotaging an opportunity or a this is giving me wasting time, like wasting people's time instead of just giving it either a real solid chance and opportunity or cutting it loose. There is someone here that needs to you are either in this place right now, or you need to know that if this person comes back around or has begun to like smooth things over, and you know they're going to try to come back around or reconnect, and however that means for you. You need to be strong enough to remember all the other times that shit has happened, all the other times that you've tried, all the other times that it's been hurt. Like, you need to remember this loop that you've been on with this person. Like, I think someone is going to remember what they've been through with this person. Justice, reverse. Yeah, the lies, how things haven't been fair. Things haven't been fair for a long time. The lies, as it falls over, you're being kept a secret. Ace of Swords reversed. The High Priestess, and you knew it. You knew some shit was going down. You knew the things that were being said to you were false. You knew that you were being kept a secret. You knew you were being juggled. Pisces energy. Libra energy is here as well. Ten of Swords. Page of Wands. Two of Swords. Ace of Cups. The Hanged One reversed. Four of Swords. Queen of Wands. I get the feeling of like someone not wanting to face the truth or acknowledge the truth. Like, you went searching for truths that you felt you like knew in your gut. Maybe something was telling you to do something, so you went excuse me. You went searching for something. You went searching for truth because you felt like something was off. You felt like something wasn't right. You couldn't put your finger on it, but you felt like something was off. And then you get this email or this text that has these exclamation points and question marks, and this is giving me like finding out the truth about someone, figuring something out, and then they still expect like things to be okay. Queen of Water. Queen of Cups just came out. That's Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. This is the apology. Trying to make things right again. Thinking things will be good again. Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Death reverse, but someone is all set. Someone is all set. Page of Pentacles, Death reverse. It's kind of like, I'm hearing Tom Petty, don't come around here no more. Like, love don't live here anymore. I've moved on. I've left that in the past. There is no reconciliation. There is no, I'm like guarding. I've like guarded myself to you. You're over here trying to like reconnect with the same old, and I've like moved on. I am guarded from your bullshit. Too many secrets. Too many past arguments, too many lies. What's this? Queen of Swords reversed, and she popped back down. She's a liar, definitely. Queen of Swords reversed. I'm like really dying, like wanting to cough right now, like. And it's making me think like maybe someone has something in them that's like trying to come out, that wants to come out. Like you have something to say or something to admit to. Wheel of Fortune reversed. Nine of Swords. Reversed. Two of Wands, the Hermit reversed. Five of Swords. I really get someone disconnecting, not reconnecting. Someone who thought, I feel like someone can't believe that like the things that they've said has caught up with them. I'm also getting someone who's like having to face and acknowledge and change. Someone who wants to change. Someone who's acknowledging and knowing like they, like sort of have caused the state of, like they caused this person to hurt. I feel like this is the person who tries to come back around with the old stuff and finds like, no, someone has moved on. They've closed this chapter. They're not interested. They're not going through this anymore. And it's like someone can't believe that their tricks in their bag aren't working. But they always like respond when I bring up my trauma about this, or I can always get them to feel bad for me when it's like manipulations like that too, because that would tie with the Magician reverse. This is giving me like, this person knows they've hurt you. They know that they've said things that have hurt you. And when you've said, okay, or like had enough, and you're like, all right, I'm all set with this, they get upset that you don't want to be their punching bag anymore. The World, yeah, it's done. It's over. Not engaging. King of Wands, taking a stand, taking a firmer approach to this. Six of Wands reversed. Seven of Swords. Six of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles reversed. Two of Cups. I feel like someone thought that they could come in with their bullshit, come in with their same old bullshit, the same old, this could be like someone you used to date, trying to come back around. This could be a family member who you had a blow up with and they're trying to come back around. This could be a coworker, someone at work who like, they're coming back around because they're cooking their own goose at work and now they have to butter up everybody who they used to work closely with because they feel like they need to get back on people's good graces. Something about thinking you could come in with the same bullshit that you've used before on someone because it's worked. And I will say that. I'll give them that credit. It's because it's worked in the past. But someone coming around this time and finding that their old bullshit just didn't work. The shit that they used to be able to spit, the things they used to be able to say to get someone to get connected with them and then be able to suck on their energy and keep them close enough but not too close so they're not completely connected with me. I can still breadcrumb them and juggle them. Someone's completely given up on that and like it is not giving any offering of energy or connection at all. There is no reconnection here. This was what they thought that they were going to be able to do. Come in with their same old bullshit and be victorious. And when they realize that shit didn't work, they're walking away. And it's actually their old tricks that they had that they'd brought to the table. It wasn't anything special. It was shit shined up. Someone knows this about this person. Someone knows this. Sometimes we're not all the quickest learners. Sometimes we have to repeat a cycle a couple times before we finally figure it out. And a big message here is like, in this time or lifetime or another, but like, how many of us can say like, I've had similar people like this in my life? I keep having these types of people in my life, and it's because I feel like a big spiritual message is because you still haven't learned a lesson in this lifetime. This looks like someone learning a lesson in this lifetime and realizing not to accept that bullshit, not to accept this treatment. Everything is fine. I feel like someone is getting given, has been gotten. Has been gotten given. Someone has been dished out a real healthy dose of karma. It's like literally just coming back at them that they have exuded or put on someone else. It may not be coming exactly from who they initially hurt, but this is like a return to sender type protection / karma. You may be seeing or watching someone else get this sense of judgment and justice for their things that they've done in the past. And it's like watching and knowing like this is retribution. This is your atonement. You are getting what you've dished out. And I know I shouldn't be shaking my finger because it's not for me to judge. And I'm not. But at the same time, you reap what you sow. And not enough people understand that. I feel like someone's been humbled as fuck. Like humbled. They may have been demoted. You may have told them like you're not interested in them anymore, and like you've shut them off. Gemini energy here. I get this imbalance of power, or like looking at someone, just the scales tip in someone else's favor. Maybe they've been like this for so long and someone's been acting like a major, I don't even know, manipulative person, this magician reverse, like keeping someone close but not telling them the whole truth, taking from them, sucking on their energy, being manipulative, and then something happens and those scales tip. And you're watching. I don't even think you've done anything to help get those scales tipped. It's just this sense of justice. Karma, the wheel of fortune spun in your favor, baby, and not in this one. And while this is done, someone called a timeout, ended it. Like, that's exactly what I'm seeing right now. Like, the game is going this way, the game is going this way, the game, like, and then all of a sudden, someone gets the ball and is smart enough to call a timeout. Call a timeout as soon as you get the ball. And they do that. And the scales are stuck like this. This could be a universal, spiritual, someone's actions. As soon as the scales tip in their favor, their actions or their energy or just blessings in life and spirit guides are the ones that are able to make this metaphysical, spiritual timeout happen. So the scales continue to tip in this person's favor. But man, is there a feeling here of like, this is owed. This is karma owed. Someone was pressing on one person or other people's necks. It could be at work. This could be someone who's been playing and hurting multiple people, and something happens and the scales of karma and fortune tip and they are stuck in that. This is, if it was really hard and a really bad relationship or one-sided for so long, the second they want you, you're able to completely block them, cut them off. You've emotionally completely unattached from this person. They feel it, you feel it. The scales are forever tipped in your favor, because as soon as they were finally putting you on the pedestal and putting in the effort that you had always wanted, and now you didn't give a shit, you realized this, you spiritually, metaphysically cut this cord, and that's it. Things ended where I didn't want him or her. After all the shit we'd been through, after all the crazy shit I did for them, it came down to, at the end, I realized I'm better than this. And that tips the scales, cuts the cord, and someone moves on. And what they are left faced with, those texts of you saying, I'm all set, I just don't feel it anymore, is the karma that they get for the way that they made you feel with all those texts where they were screaming at you or questioning you or driving you fucking nuts, making up lies, telling you that you were, like, getting in your head, asking you if you had secrets, saying you were seeing other people and that wasn't true. The tables have turned. I think that's the name of this. Whoever was fucking with your energy, whoever was fucking with your head, whoever had control, they knew they had control. And this is why this is fucked up and why karma is getting their ass so fucking bad. And I feel like it's gonna get really freaking bad. Because this person knew they had power. They knew they had control, whether it was work or love related. They knew that this other individual was imprinted, attached, wanted them so, so badly. And the way that they treated the people below them, or this person who they did not feel the same way about, the way that they treated this other individual is part of the major ass-kicking karma that's gonna get them. Why? The scales tip and then there's a timeout that keeps it there. And there's no chance for things to balance because of the way that they did things, the way that they abused their position and weren't well-intentioned. That is why it's not just karma, it's like ass-kicking karma. And you'll know it, and you'll see it, and you'll be able to recognize it, and you'll realize this is because of all the work that they put me through and all the shit that they put me through. It'll be over. There's so many cards here of it's over. I'm not even going to do anymore. It's over. This could be like a divorce. This could be like someone getting fired that you used to work with who drove you nuts. This could, again, like I was saying, having the upper hand of this person who you wanted so much for so long. They knew how you felt about them and they abused that power and position. And now they are coming back around and you're not interested in starting anything at all. It's like, however it resonates, because I feel like I could see it all of those ways. Please let me know if it resonates. Make sure you're checking out the other signs in your chart. Have a happy Valentine's Day, Aquarius season, happy Super Bowl. I will see you soon. Thank you.